Respected brothers, the Iman, the value of Iman which is in your heart and my heart, and the people who will have Iman and faith, that is an Iman which has value and which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala holds so dearly. Because we have Iman bil ghaib. Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. That this is the book of guidance for those who are fearful of Allah, who have conscience of Allah, be awareness of Allah. And that what will they do? They will have Iman bil ghaib. They will have Iman on the unseen. And that Iman, when they will go in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with that Iman, my dear respected brothers, the value and the price of that Iman is Jannah. And we have to work on that Iman, because that was what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us. That an Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, jaddadu imanana, jaddadu imanakum. Qila ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kayfa najaddadu imanana? Qala aktharu man qulu la ilaha illallah. That Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu said, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that renew your Iman. And the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum asked, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how can we renew our Iman? How can we renew our Iman? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, renew your Iman by saying frequently La ilaha illallah. There is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. And my dear respected brother, this will bring our Iman to a level which is required. The status of Iman in our hearts might be not the one which is required by Allah. So that is why we have to work on it on a daily basis. And that is why, and that is the Iman which will have value on the day of the judgment. And my dear respected brothers, is it that to sit in the corner of the masjid and do La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah? That is what it means? Yes, partly yes. For you yourself, you have to have a personal relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By doing the dhikr of Allah, by glorifying Him in the day and in the night, in the morning, in the evening. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided us that so. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu zkurullaha dhikran kathira wasabbihuhu bukratan wa asila. Remember me in abundance, O you mu'mineen. And remember me in abundance and do the glorification of my name in the mornings and in the evenings. Yes, you have to have that personal relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing that dhikr. But my dear respected brothers and sisters, this has a greater meaning and a broader meaning. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever he said, had a broad meaning, and books could be written on those one ahadith. My dear respected brothers, La ilaha illallah, Qulu la ilaha illallah aktharu. Meaning is to glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and talk about the greatness of Allah in public. Talk to each other about the greatness of Allah. Talk and have the halaqah of ta'aleem and do that and ask each other how great Allah is. What ni'mah and blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Because my dear respected brothers, on the basis of this La ilaha illallah, on the basis of this La ilaha illallah, Allah subhanahu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, An Abi Hurairah radiyallahu anhu qala an-nabiy sallallahu alaihi wasallam, asadun nasi bi shafati yawm al-qiyamah. Man qala la ilaha illallah khalisa min qabl nafsi. That Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that my intercession on the day of the Qiyamah will be for that person who will say La ilaha illallah from the sincerity of from his heart. From the sincerity in the depth of his heart, my dear respected brother. And when we will accept that, there will be shafaat, there will be intercession on the behalf Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will do on our behalf on the day of the judgment. When we will all need some intercession, my dear respected brothers and sisters. But my dear respected brothers, I want to share with you, because of the blessed month of Ramadan, what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum about this month. Because my dear respected brothers, then we'll come to realize what unseen government or nizam, I don't know what nizam is, but different kind of administrative thing is going on from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will never understand it. But my dear respected brother, Salman Farsi radiyallahu anhu, he says that on the last day of Shaban, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed us all and said, "O people." And my dear respected brothers, mind you, he said, "O people," and he did not say, "O Sahaba, or my companion." My dear respected brother, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will always encompass all of us who will come till the day of the judgment. He is addressing us too in that gathering, though we were not born. And O people, there will be and there is going to come upon you a month, a great month, the most blessed month, in which there is a night which is greater in virtue than the 1,000 months. And Allah has made compulsory fard, fasting on that month during the day. And He has made Taraweeh prayer sunnah during the night. And whosoever wants to come closer to Allah by virtuous deeds, by good deeds in that month, Allah will elevate those deeds and give them the category of a fard. My dear respected brothers, and whoever will do the fard in this month, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate that equivalent to 70 faraid in any other time and any other month. My dear respected brothers, this is amazing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this through Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But my dear respected brothers, this was given to other nations also, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I have given this to other nations who came before you. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That, oh, you who believe, fasting is prescribed to you. You know prescription? My dear respected brothers, when you go to a doctor, they write a prescription for a disease. This is prescribed for you and me. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as it was prescribed to the nations before you, so that you may guard yourself against evil. You can have self-restraint. And my dear respected brothers, this is a month of Quran. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, شَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ فِيهِ الْقُرْآنَ هُدًى لِلنَّاسِ وَبَيِّنَاتٍ مِنَ الْهُدَى وَالْفُرْقَانِ. Ramadan is the month in which we sent the Quran as a guidance to the mankind. And it is a clear sign for guidance and judgment between right and wrong. You can balance yourself and you can see where we are going by looking at it. And by dear respected brothers, as I was suggesting that when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed it, he said there is a night of power, night which is more than so many years. 80 years, it comes to around 83 years, 1,000 months. And what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying? Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. That I have revealed my message on the day of the night of the power. وَمَا أَدْرَاكُمْ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. How can we explain it to you that what is the night of power? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. This is the night which is better than 1,000 months. And this will be in this month, my dear respected brothers, for the believers. And in this night, the Malaika comes, the Jibreel alayhi salatu salam comes down with the idhn of Allah, with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for all the affairs. And this will last the whole night. Salam. This is a salam, this is a peaceful night. And this will be till the morning. My dear respected brothers, this has been given to this ummah. And it is an obligation for us to take advantage of that. And then Rasulullah ﷺ is addressing the Sahaba and he continues. And he says, this is indeed the month of patience. This is the month of sabr. And what is the reward of sabr? Rasulullah ﷺ said, this is the month of patience and the reward of patience is only one. What is patience reward? It is Jannah. It is paradise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ صَبْرُوا ابْتِغَاءَ وَجْهِ رَبِّكَ رَبِّهِمْ وَأَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَنْفَقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً وَيَدْرَؤُونَ بِالْحَسَنَةِ السَّيِّئَةِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْعُقْبَى الدَّارِ جَنَّاتٌ عَدْنٍ يَدْخُلُونَهَا وَمَنْ صَلَحَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمْ وَأَزْوَاجِهِمْ وَذُرِّيَّاتِهِمْ وَمَلَائِكَتُهُ يَدْخُلُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ بَابٍ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِمَا صَبَرْتُمْ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِمَا صَبَرْتُمْ فَنِعْمَ عُقْبَى الدَّارِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, and those who are constant and persevere with patience, seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with patience, seeking the pleasure of Allah, my dear respected brothers, and they establish their regular prayers, and they give in charity in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the bounties which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given it to them, from their sustenance, they share it with others. And they turn off evil by doing good deeds. And for them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that there is an attainment of an eternal abode. They will be in an abode, in a place where it will be lasting forever and ever. And that is what Allah subhanahu